Hello, my name is Jim Mullaney from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. Today I'm doing a video source inspection on a fully refurbished 870F as in Frank spin wrench dryer. This video is uploaded to our YouTube channel, so for the privacy of our customers, we do not give their names out. However, their PO number is 202000496. Also, I have not affixed this yet to the back, but this will be done after our video. This is our name tag that has all the specifics of the tool. This is model 870F. It's our SRD number is 01274. Manufacture date 6/2020. It's got the voltage needed, and it's got our URL and our phone number for support. This is important because this is what controls all warranty. It turns out internally to the tool, we document all of the critical part numbers with a serial number. So besides the part number of the tool, we actually serialize the motor. And in this case, it's the motor and the controllers. On other tools, there's servo amps and other things we do, but on this case, it's the motor and the controller. The reason we do that is customers that have lots of tools, the motors aren't identified, so we wouldn't know if it came from this tool or from another tool. Same thing with the controllers, but again, we identify and we serialize everything. Okay, so this system is designed for up to 6-inch substrates. It turns out I'm not going to go into the customer's process and their substrates. We have an NDA on file with them. They do not do silicon wafers, so we have in the system just a 4-inch and a 6-inch and cassette for silicon wafers. Their rotors are separate on a separate PO, and again they run their own special devices for medical processing. We do a lot with the medical world, and that's why we were open during the pandemic here as an essential business. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'll go ahead and start the tool, show you how well it's running, and then I'll go talk about our remanufacturing process. It's pretty boring when it goes into the 5-minute dry cycle, so it gives us time to talk. One thing to do, I would like to say, is this customer is a startup facility in California. They purchased their first system from us about 4 months ago, and we delivered it about 2 months ago, and then they purchased a second exact duplicate system from us. It was good to see that they felt our quality was at the level expected, and they placed a second PO. It turns out we probably have 95% of our customers are repeat customers because they love the quality of our work and our support. Okay, so in a spin rinse dryer, I have a traditional process here. I'll just show it to you real fast. You don't have 30-second rinse, 10-second purge. I'll discuss those later. 90-second dry 1 and 240-second dry 2. That's a pretty standard process, and I'll discuss that when we're running. So when a customer walks up to a SRD, they simply load the cassette and hit start. Same thing down below. Here's your 6-inch wafers. Hit start. Okay, and you can see the rinsing on the bottom, rinsing on the top. This the digital controller shows you how much time is left in this step. The traditional spin rinse dryer process is a rinse, then a purge, very short purge. The purge uses N2 and blows the water out of the DI manifold so it doesn't drip back. Then we'll go into a dry 1, which is a high RPM dry, to sling the water off of the substrate. It's a shorter duration, like I said, 90 seconds. Then you go into dry 2, which is a longer duration. That's 240 seconds. We're going into purge right now. We're down to, there we go. Now we're going to dry 1. And here we'll be going into dry 1 in a second. There we go, dry 1. Then dry 2 is a longer dry, lower RPM. You still use centrifugal force, you have N2 heat, and you have bowl heaters, and those three combined with the size of the chamber will allow all the substrates to dry. There's been many studies done over the years that if you can reduce your RPMs in a traditional spin rinse dryer, you'll get better particle counts. So that's why this type process has been well known for a lot of years. Okay, while we're going ahead and running here, again, it's going to be boring right now. We're in the high RPM dry. You can see there's no vibration. Tool's running great. It's beautiful. Once we pass this 45 seconds, all you'll see is the RPM will drop and the time will go to 240. So let's talk about a remanufacturing process for people that don't know. So at SciTech, we can rebuild or build any type rinser dryer, any size, it doesn't really matter. When an order comes in, there's a job folder generated. That goes to our manufacturing manager. He then assigns it to one of our technicians. What happens is they'll pull a tool if we have it. In this case, we built this from stock. brand new, not from stock. We actually have a customer that's doing 4 more of these machines, so we're building quite a few of them right now. So we pull the motors out of stock, we take the frames, the bases, we then start an assembly. In this case, we rebuilt the ACR valves we had out of stock, we put new SMC valves on, new bowl heaters, the motors were completely rebuilt, all of the sensors are new. This system basically is a 99% brand new system. Once the heads are built up in dry test, there's no poly, it's just an SRD head without any poly. It gets a quality control. If it passes QC, it comes into wet test. It gets hooked up to water before it's in this configuration and debugged for any leaks, fittings to be tightened up and so forth. Once that passes another QC, we do 50 process cycles. Once both heads pass their internal DI QC, they get put into their configuration. We have the side panels off and the back panels off. We start running the tool. We look for all the wiring being done correctly, all the cabling being done correctly, all the tie wraps done, make sure we label everything. And then we run it again multiple times. Then we put the skins on for the final acceptance. One thing that Cytec does is if I open this tool up, you'll see we put our part number for ease of replacement on the parts. So if you look at our ACR valves, they have the Cytec part number. The motors have Cytec part number. The sensors, that would be the 8 and the 20 PSI sensor. The rotor stop positioner, the solenoid valves, they all have Cytec part numbers labeled in there. That was one thing that in the past you never saw on spinner and dryers, but we've been doing it for over 12 years now. It makes it very easy for customers to be able to just give us a quick call and say, I need this replacement part. So that gives you an idea of our remanufacturing process. And then at the end of this, sales is called, in this case, and we do the video. I normally don't do all the videos, but our whole sales organization is working off-site for the last 3 months, along with most administration. So I've been the lucky chosen one to have to do all the videos for everyone's orders. And we have so many orders. I do videos basically every day now for tools going out of final test. Part of one thing I want to say, hope everyone's being safe for COVID-19. Normally we all wear masks and at our facility. I have my mask, but in final test here, I take it off because you won't be able to hear very well. So only in final test, when I'm down in the manufacturing area, do I have my mask off. So as soon as I'm done here, I'll put it back on. Okay, we have about 2 minutes left. Well, what I'll do is these next 2 minutes, I'll talk about our support process. This spin rinse dryer, if you go to our website, it's cytecprocess.com. On the left-hand side, the first 7 buttons you'll see are all spin rinse dryers. The first 3 are the tools. The S model, the F model is Frank, and the traditional ST. We have all versions, all sizes. Right now we have multiple 8-inch. We have 300mm tools we're building. We have custom tools for non-silicon processing. We have a system here for 8-inch. We have systems, different sizes all over the building we're manufacturing. So we can supply any spin rinse dryer, and everything we sell is fully remanufactured. And we like to say it's got to be 95% look like new and 100% run like new. That's our internal process, and it's been that way for over 15 years. Okay, you have 1 minute left. The next 3 buttons on our website are all the spare parts. On this model, the F model, we have 100% spare parts. Every single part here we can supply. We can repair the controllers. We can supply you with new Cytec upgraded state-of-the-art controllers called our slick devices, which would make this better than any spin rinse dryer you can find on the market. We have all of the spare parts. So all versions, the S model, the F model, and the ST, we have those. We are becoming the world leader in spare parts for the semi-tool product line. Okay, we have 25 and 30 seconds left. At the end of the process, it's called the rotor stop positioner, which is RSP. It's actually mounted on the back. It has, it'll shoot out a piston. It's going to roll against the cam, and we have a flat on the cam that it'll find. It'll upright, we call home position, which is 12 o'clock. That'll put the wafers back to straight up. And then when the RPM goes down to 0, I'll hear the door release. It won't release until the RPM is at 0. Okay. We're spinning down now. Top one is spinning down, bottom one is spinning down. The RSP will fire at 70 RPM. I just fired. Okay, now that's upright into a home position. I just heard the bottom one, and I just heard the top door release at 0 RPM. And I just heard the bottom door release. So I like to just, first of all, feel for hot end 2, nice and hot, gotta be careful. Nice warm cassette, wafers are nice and dry. Let's look at the bottom. Nice and warm. Yeah, feels good. Wafers are nice and dry. Also at SciTech, we have a proprietary, in our remanufacturing process, all the bowls go through a special internal reconditioning process that we don't disclose. We have special machines down in our manufacturing area that we reprocess the whole inside of the bowl, then we electropolish them. For particle control, we electropolish anything that comes in line with the DI-N2, and anything that is in line of the DI-N2 for any tubing is all replaced 100% brand new. SciTech, over the years, I can only remember maybe once, if twice, maybe out of over 2,000 machines, customers had an issue with particles, and it usually has to do with some facility stuff they set up, or maybe sit in a crate for 6 months and they didn't clean it out and so forth. But we build high quality machines with great particle counts. Okay, so talking about our support, then we also support the semi-tool SST and SAT tools. We have some spare parts on our website for that, you'll see. We do a lot of wet processing equipment. We don't do wet sinks per se, but we do the K&S Ultra T and Ultra Tech single wafer and mask cleaners, high pressure scrubbers. We do a lot of those. We actually have 3 or 4 right now in house. We also do the Fluora Integris box washers, the 8000, 810, 8020, and 8030. We have full spare parts. We're right now doing a customer sent us their full system that was in bad shape, where we took it all the way down to the frame and we're doing a complete refurbishment of it. We also have a system we sold that we're getting ready to ship to a customer. So we do a lot of wet processing tools. We also do microscopes, high and low power, like the Nikon lights, etc. We do etch equipment. We do the matrix etchers, Branson strip tools, photoresist strip. We also do the thin film measurement systems and metrology systems in general. We do particle counters, the traditional KLA 10-core particle counters. We do the Alpha Step and the DECTAC profilometers. We do Prometrics thin film measurement systems. We have a lot of nanometrics tools in stock. So we have a wide range of metrology tools that we do. So we are really versed in being a front-end wafer processing support company. So that will review and end this short video of a fully manufactured, like new condition, 870F spin rinse dryer. We're going to go ahead and upload this video to our YouTube channel, hopefully by tonight, and our customer will be able to review it, give us the okay to ship. If there's any questions, you can feel free to call our company on spare parts or tools at 916-797-9000. You can also go to our website, and any tool on our website, there'll be a link that you can click for sales, and that'll send the sales department your information, and we'll get back to you immediately. Again, today is Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. My name is Jim Mulaney. Hope everyone stays safe. Thank you.